You see, in the earlier Act of 1938, there were specific caps on expenses, whether on commission, marketing expenses, and other operating expenses, management expenses. The new Act now, or the amended Act, gives this power to the regulator. And different companies have different business models. For example, some people would like to do everything themselves, so their management expenses would be higher. But then their marketing expenses and sales expenses would be lower versus others who may outsource certain activities. So this is the flexibility that I believe the regulator desires to give to the industry by their draft guidelines, where they are going to come out with overall caps. So as long as overall you're within a certain expense cap, because eventually from a customer's point of view, the customer wants to see what is the value he gets from his insurance. And so as long as the overall expenses are capped, within that, how do different insurance companies innovate to see what is the level of service that they want to give to the customer, what are the operations they want to do themselves, what is stuff they want to outsource. This flexibility will be left to different insurance companies. This is my understanding.
Mr. Bajaj, if I could ask you from Bajaj Finserv's perspective, how are you looking at now with in the mid of this fiscal, overall from the growth perspective, and how crucial would be the insurance vertical for you as a business in this year?
The insurance vertical has always been and continues to be very important to us. We have three main businesses under Bajaj Finserv. Two of them are insurance, life and non-life. And the third is Bajaj Finance, our NBFC. The growth levels this year are different across these three companies. Bajaj Finance continues to grow very strongly. We're growing at 25 to 30% in our top line quarter on quarter. I see no reason for that not to continue. As far as general insurance is concerned, we've seen growth rates between 12 and 15%. And I would again expect that kind of growth rate to continue, with maybe a positive upside towards the end of the year as the economy further gains steam. The life insurance business for us has been one where we saw a number of years of degrowth. Last year, FY15 was the first year when we grew at 3%. And this year, we should continue to see even higher growth. And I think another year to year and a half, you will start seeing the life insurance industry also, and we grow in double digits.
If I could ask you, I know this has been asked you ample number of times after the FDI cap was increased in the insurance sector. I'm sure you must have had talks with your partners. Where do you stand when it comes to increasing the FDI with your partner, and do we see that process getting completed this fiscal?
So let me put it this way, that discussions are on, and what will actually happen, this is naturally with respect to their desire to take their stake up. I believe the basic desire exists, but beyond that it would not be correct for me to comment, because it's eventually Allianz that needs to make this call. From our point of view, we value the relationship with them over the last 15 years. We've together built two high quality companies over here, and we would welcome the increase.
Any time frame?
It's very difficult to say how long the discussions take, when they decide. So I can talk about from our side, we are ready. From their side, once they're ready, we'll know more.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.